I'm Francis Haysom from Appledore Research. We do research specifically targeting the telecommunications market, looking at how we introduce NFV and FDN and cloud into the telco market, and particularly looking at the operational transformation that's required. So I'm going to do a few sort of introductory slides on this one. So just briefly talking about this slide in particular. On the top, there's a slide actually taken from Adrian Cockcroft, a key IT innovator, looking at how the transformation of the data center has gone, how we've moved from a situation with the data center where it would take months and years to actually put products live, to a situation where we can actually contemplate something as radical as AWS Lambda, where something could literally be turned up and turned off in milliseconds, if not microseconds, in terms of using the capacity of the data center. There's an opportunity in network to do just the same thing. But I think if we were honest, and a lot of the reaction of this show has been, is that we are in a situation which is that we're still very much trapped over on the left-hand side, and the opportunity of potentially some of the areas over here, we're being challenged to find a way to get to that area, and probably some of the key innovation and monetization that we could get from that. I used this slide yesterday, but I think it's worth reiterating. All of this software-enabled network that we're talking about gives huge amounts of opportunity for changing what is a static thing into a dynamic thing. And because it's dynamic, we can do much more dynamic things. But the challenge is a lot of our existing operational infrastructure does, whilst we're getting these things in terms of service agility, or whether it's in terms of routing optimization, or in terms of functions, or even in terms of DevOps and dynamics, the inherent way in which the industry works is very much pushing that back in terms of the making it re-static. And just finally, just sort of talking through, we see a challenge, which is one of the challenges of some of the tools we want to do is, are we actually getting enough innovation in terms of the way that we are actually producing products, etc., to actually truly exercise or change the way that we're developing? A lot of the things that we are currently doing, or in terms of automating, are very much, I should put it, they're still very traditional in terms of things like an SD-WAN. It's a WAN at the end of the day, or it's very easy to make it look like a WAN of our traditional area. And one of the aspects, I don't have a pointer, but one of the aspects of, if we're not actually pushing the innovation envelope, it's very easy for us actually to still work within the existing limits of the systems that we already have. And as Appledore, we've done a lot of work in terms of where are the business benefits that we're getting from these tools. But at the same time, we recognize it's very easy to use a delta against an existing OSS application, and that can allow you to sustain the existing rate of service innovation, but it's not going to allow you to increase the number of services that you're rapidly doing, or it's not going to increase the innovation rate. So we see the challenge in terms of our reporting and in terms of the analysis that we're doing is, how do we get over, how do we enable operators to understand the things that they need to change about their existing OSS environments, and how they transform in that area, and where the key pointers are on that one. So that's some element of our research. Hopefully some of the speakers today will address that area, or the challenges in that area.